love, this one's for you. I'm Jess, and this is the Effortless Expansion Podcast. This podcast is for women who are ready to do it differently. Women who are tired of being tired. Women who are ready to shift out of the old ways and rules that are still lingering from generations and generations of doing it a certain way. Together, we are going to expand your life in every way. Effortless expansion of yourself, your relationships, your health, your wealth. Write your own rules, your own way, for you. Here on this podcast, you will redefine the way you show up for yourself and your desires. You will create visions for this limitless life and what it gets to look like for yourself and your family. You will reshape the way you show up for your friendships, children, and your spouse every week. Together, we will reinvent how your limitless life looks and feels in less than 20 minutes. I'm so glad you've chosen to be here with me. You ready? Let's do this. Hello, welcome you guys. I am recording this for the Effortless Expansion Podcast and for all of you watching online. This has been such a great reflection for me as we come to the close of 2022. I have taken the time, I have reflected deeply on the 7 biggest expansion lessons for me in 2022. I have them written down because I journaled them out. And I'm going to share them with you as a reflection for you and also for myself, so I can come back and I can see this next year, as we come near the end of the year in 2023 to see where I've come, to compare it. And I also want to invite you to use this as an expander for you, to take the time and look at your year. What did you accomplish? What did it look like? What are your lessons? What can you pull out? What can you take from this year and move it into the next year as a lesson, right? As an expansion of who you are and this journey that you're here on. Extract the lessons, extract the codes, and move forward, right? Keep moving forward for our desires, for our dreams, for all of our bigness, our boldness, our braveness. All right, so this is mine. And I'm going to give you guys some journal prompts as well. I will drop them in the comments for all this section, and they'll be in the show notes of the podcast as well, for you to actually reflect upon this yourself. Hi, Millie. Hi, Karen. So the number one biggest lesson for me was to trust in it's all happening for me. I talk a lot about that. The universe is always conspiring in my favor because it really is. And this has been proven to me time and time and time again. I'm getting ready to share something with you guys really big that's happened in our family, a really big decision Nick and I made that's going to propel us forward in our conscious wealth journey and passive income for our family, in memories for our family and memories for others, we desire to expand in ways that don't necessarily make sense. And this is another reflection of that. And time again, when I trust it's all working out for me, it does. Just yesterday, I popped into my mastermind Voxer chat and was feeling a little low, a little less than. And I wanted to calibrate into the women inside. I'm in the Ascend Mastermind by my coach and mentor, Echo Summerhill. In case you guys don't follow her, make sure that you do. She's incredible. And my mastermind sisters in there, I said, hey, I want to calibrate up to you and to your thoughts and to your feelings. And can you tell me what this looks and feels like? Specifically, calibrating into what it's like to just randomly wake up and have your Stripe, have your PayPal, ding, 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 with all these incredible soul-aligned clients in there. And so I said, what does that feel like? And they said, okay, well, it feels like this, because I wanted a reference point to calibrate into. And then Echo said to me, Jess, you are the queen of manifestation and visualization. You can calibrate into that. Imagine what that will be like. And so I did yesterday throughout the day a couple times, last night, this morning when I woke up in meditation. And when I woke up this morning, I had a Stripe notification. I had a new client drop into my world. This is the power of the universe is always conspiring in my favor. And this is my number one lesson for 2022. Trust. Because it's all working out better than I could have imagined. 2 is rest is healing and necessary. So the week before Christmas, y'all, my family and I were really sick with what I am assuming it was the flu A, because Tyler's entire school had it. Tyler and Connor's entire school had it. And Nick, Connor, and I got sick. Tyler stayed well, thank goodness. But I really had to slow back and I really had to pull back. I had all these great events planned. My sweet, dear friend and client had this incredible event that I had to miss out on because I wasn't feeling good. My kids, Connor wasn't feeling good. I had no energy. And so I really had to slow down. And what I've learned is when that happens, to just let it be, to not resist it, to not fight it, to just be in the healing and know that I'm getting better every moment of every day. Instead of staying in the loop like I'm sick, I don't feel good, this is terrible, all the things, which is what we tend to do. Instead, I'm going to invite myself to say I'm getting better every day. I'm feeling better. I'm coming out of this. Because rest is so helpful and necessary. You know, often we wear this badge of busyness, this badge of honor that we're so busy all the time. But I'm going to invite you to get unruly and to actually say the busyness. Let's flip that. Instead of it being busyness as a badge of honor, how about resting as a badge of honor, okay? Here for that. 3, I get to have it all my way. I get to have it all in my family, in my business, in my relationships, in my friendships, in myself. I get to have it all. I can hold it all. I can hold the oh my gosh, I'm celebrating this incredible soul line client and this also happened. I have a friend that's going through a lot of stuff right now, a lot of sad things in her life. I can hold both of those. I get to have it all. I can have really hard, deep conversations with Nick where we disagree and it's hard, sticky conversation. And also I can feel really lit up in my relationships with my children, right? I can feel really high magnetic AF, attracting my soul aligned clients, and also not feel good, right? When I was sick 2 weeks ago. I get to have and hold it all. It's when we make it mean something, when we don't have and hold it all every single second of every day, that doesn't serve us, right? It's whatever I desire gets to be mine, and everybody is an example for that for me. Every time I see someone that has a desire that I also desire, it's an example for me. Instead of it being a trigger, it's an activator to say, because they have it, I get to have it too. It's an example. 4, it's okay to say no. It's okay to say no. I have said no to so many things this year, particularly on the last half of the year, that were no's for me. That before I would have felt bad for saying no. How can I say no to them? They want me to come. They like me. How can I let them down? I've always done that before. No is a no is a no. And if it's no in my body, if it's no in my energy, it's a no. I desire when I say yes to something, you can count on when I say yes to something and I show up, I'm full in, all in on my energy because I want to be there. And I'm the best and I'm bringing it. If I say yes to something that's really a no, my energy isn't there. I can't get behind it. And anywhere and everywhere I go, I want to be all in. And if I'm not all in, I'm not coming. It's okay to say no. 5, it's okay for people to change and relationships to change. So often we have this idea of what somebody's going to look like, what they're going to say, what they're going to do, all these things. And when they start changing, it starts making us feel uncomfortable. But as we grow and evolve, which is what we're here to do, we're here to expand, we're here on our own expansion journeys, others are also going to grow and evolve. And that means sometimes we won't grow together. And sometimes people change and we grow out of each other's lives. And that's okay. Or on the same level we used to be on. I'm going through this right now with a really dear friend of mine, and that's okay. That doesn't mean we won't ever come back together. It just means we're on different journeys right now, and that's okay. She's allowed her growth and expansion just like I am too. 6 is being unruly, guys. It's me, all of me. I'm going first and setting the example. So this looks like what I want to do, I do. I set the example, I go first. Whatever's important to me, I'm going to do it. Whatever's a no to me, I'm not going to do it. Whatever's a yes to me, I'm going to do it. All those things. Whatever I desire, being unruly in me, even if it looks different than anybody else, even if I was taught different, if it's for me and it makes me feel good, I'm going to do it. That's the unruly me. Unruly is the foundation of everything I am, everything I do. I'm too much for you. I'm sorry I'm too much for you, but I'm going to be me. I'm no longer going to let you place me in a box that says to sit down, be quiet. I can't do this. I can't wear this. I can't look like this. Nope, this is me. And I desire to do it my way. Maybe that looks different than you, and that's okay. There's power in me being me, and when I show up and be authentically me, I invite you to show up and be authentically you. And what the world needs more of is you and me being ourselves. Not the same cookie cutter as everybody else you see online. Not the same cookie cutter as everyone else you see on the street. Be you. The world needs you to be you. Your unruly self. And 7, the last one, is it gets to be effortless. It gets to be effortless because when I force, when I control, I just recorded another podcast episode about this. When I force, when I control things, when I manipulate things, when my human gets too involved and like, I have to control and grip onto things, it's not effortless. And honestly, it does not happen in as magical a way as if I would have relaxed and allowed the universe to meet me halfway. For it to become effortless. For me to do my part and allow the universe to do its part. It's this old, I've really claimed in 2023, I'm letting go of all these control frequencies that I've wrapped myself in. Because I used to be the queen of controlling everything, controlling everyone, what my kids ate, what they drank, what kind of food was in our house, what medicines we used, what we ate for dinner, where we were going for dinner, what I wore, what they wore, just everything, you guys. It was a form of control for me because that made me feel safe. And in releasing all these control frequencies, I've come to realize that actually I desire it to be effortless. And being effortless means, here's my desire. I desire it to look like this. And then I see what the universe brings me, right? Okay, we're going to go here for dinner. Okay, I'm going to wear this. Okay, my kids are, okay, we're feeling under the weather. Okay, we're going to go here on a trip. Whatever it may be, I let the universe, we conspire together, and it makes it effortless. In fact, we've all experienced this in our lives. There are times when something falls into our lap that we've desired, right? We've placed something and actually, I'm going to tell you this story. Okay. So this is my wedding ring, and I lost it about a little over 4 years ago. We had an insurance claim on it, so I got a new wedding ring. And I was pregnant at the time when I lost it. And if, when you've been pregnant, sometimes you forget things. And so I could not remember, it hardly fit on my finger. And when I took it off, the last night I wore it, I thought I put it on my nightstand, but we could never find it. And we looked under my nightstand and all the things. We looked forever. So then we decided to submit an insurance claim on it because we had insurance on it. And so 4 years ago, less than that, 3.5 years ago, because I went without a wedding ring for a while, we submitted a claim. Our insurance gave us a check, and we got myself a new ring. A week ago, I'm cleaning up. I'm looking for my retainers. Now I've lost them. I am looking under my nightstand for my retainers, and my kids have some balls under there. I'm cleaning out their stuff, little bouncy balls or whatever they frickin' leave and throw everywhere. And I find this ring. And I have looked for this ring forever. I have looked behind my nightstand. Nick has, my parents have, all the things. And this ring was there, sitting right there like it'd been untouched. And you guys, this is what I'm talking about it being effortless. Previously, I was forcing, controlling all the things, trying to find this ring. Who took it? Who did this? Getting metal detectors, all the things. I wanted to find this ring so bad. And I did a lot of work on meditation, visualizing this ring actually coming back to me, what it would look like, what it would feel like when I found it. And I felt all those things when I found the ring a week ago. But this is effortless. Not shaming myself, not guilting myself, just allowing it to be effortless. And here it is. It sits on my finger. This is how I desire to move forward in 2023, to let it be effortless, to know what's meant for me is going to come for me. And my authority in human design, my strategy is to, my strategy is to respond. So things come to me, I respond to them. It's a yes, it's a no, and then I go from there. I don't have to go out and search and control and push and grip, manipulate anything. If it's meant to be for me, it's going to come to me, and I get to decide how I want to proceed from here. Effortless expansion. Always and always. That's what I stand for. That's what my podcast, Effortless Expansion, about. That's what when you come inside my programs, that's what it's about. When you come inside Unruly, my 5-day container that's getting ready to launch in the new year, inviting you to become unruly for you, to embrace what are your lessons from 2022, to take into 2023 to embrace your rules, your beliefs that you have that no longer serve you. Beliefs that say you can't do this, you can't wear this, you can't look like this, you can't raise your children this way, you can't believe that, you can't listen to that music, you can't speak like that, you can't show up in your bigness, your boldness, your braveness. We're doing away with all of that. All of those rules, all of those beliefs, they no longer serve you. Let's get really clear on what does serve you by getting really clear on what you want. What do you desire for yourself? And then let's write new rules that actually do support you. Let's clear the old ones energetically, spiritually, physically, emotionally. And then let's write new ones. Let's recode in new rules, new beliefs. Let's calibrate up to new rules, new beliefs that support you and where you're going. You guys, I've done this work so deeply for the past 4 years. I continually invest in myself to go bigger, bolder, braver, deeper, expand more. In my mentorship with my coach, in my clients, so I learn more, I invest, I go in trainings, I read books, I do all the things. So everyone who works with me on my coaching clients, so I can activate you. I go first, I invite you into my world to push you, to expand you, to allow you to calibrate up. So we walk together, equal power but different. So you get to manifest anything and everything you want. So your desires become yours. This is the embodiment of me. This is my mission, my passion, my purpose, my work. And I want to invite you into it. Thank you for listening to my lessons. I'm so grateful that I'm going to have these to go back and look at next year. And if you desire to go deeper, if you want to live the Unruly Woman way, your rules, your way for you, writing your own way, your own rules, what it looks like for you. This is the freedom that you feel, that you're feeling right now when you're listening to me through my energy. This is the Unruly Woman. This gets to be you. You get to do it differently your way. Anytime you do it somebody else's way, it doesn't work for you. You get frustrated, right? It's not effortless. You feel in comparison and judgment and shame and guilt and jealousy. None of those emotions, all of them are fine to feel. Go ahead and feel them, process them like you should be. But that's because you're thinking and you're comparing yourself to somebody else. You have to be you. So I want to invite you into Unruly. Let's find you. Let's remember who she is. Let's really get down to the unruly woman you are, embracing yourself and all of you. I love you. I love you. I love you. To your massive effortless expansion always, in all ways, y'all.
Hey, if you love this podcast episode, can you please do me 2 quick favors? 1, take a screenshot of the podcast episode you're listening to right now, post it on your stories, and tag me at EffortlesslyJess. I'm going to be so thrilled to hear from you, and I will always repost it for my audience to see. 2nd, if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, can you please leave me a 5-star review? These 2 little things take only a few minutes, but they mean so much to me. Not only does it make my day to connect with my soul sisters on the internet, but as a podcast host, these are 2 things you can do to help me get my message out to impact the women of the world. Thank you so much, and I can't wait to talk to you in next week's episode. To your effortless expansion always.